Hi, my name's Phil. I like talking about politics, and with the current crisis, a call has gone out for members of the public to volunteer for the NHS to ease pressure on it, which has been answered by a silly number of people. But first, if you'd like to be notified of daily news and politics, then please subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification icon. So there's a few things I want to go through in this video, which might be things in which you'd be able to help out. Some will be very easy for everyone to help out with, some not so much. The first one is calls for volunteers for the NHS. So about 500,000 people have signed up for this already, myself included. And there's like 4 different categories of things you can sign up for. You could sign up for any combination of them, just one of them, or all 4. It would include, for example, transporting patients, collecting groceries and medicines for people who can't do it themselves, transporting medical supplies, and like a phone support to try and alleviate loneliness. Because obviously one of the big problems we're going to have at the moment with people self-isolating is loneliness. People sort of live on their own. I mean, I do as well. I've never really felt lonely because I engage with a lot of stuff online, online gaming, things like that. But there'll be a lot of people for whom, if they have to be inside and they don't live with anyone else, it could get quite lonely. Well, if they are inside with someone else and that other person's really boring and they really desperately need to see their friends, they could still be symptoms there. So this is a way of volunteering for that. So there's some of them, of course, are going to need like checks. You wouldn't be able to do it straight away. Some of which are going to need transport, some of which not so much. I should be able to get in fairly quickly. I do have a DBS check having done recently. But if you wanted to volunteer yourself, I'll put a link below. There's 3 links going to appear in the description below for various things you could do. And if you're based in the UK, and let's say, you've been furloughed at home, so you're not able to do any work from home. You just, well, at the moment, like some of my neighbours desperately trying to come up with things to do. They seem to be having daily barbecues, not amongst each other, I have to say, within the household. Maybe this is something you could be interested in, or maybe it's someone like me. I mean, I'm working as much as ever. My workload has not gone down at all, but of course it's more flexible the way I do it. So, I can be on standby for something, go and do it, come back. Just means working later into the day, which is not a big problem. So maybe you're in that boat as well. Other things that may be of interest. Now I've come across, something here. This particular thing, was shown to me. In fact, all of these things have actually been shown to me by viewers and patrons. A couple of them I had come across. This next one I had not come across. I'm not really big onto apps. But we have a problem in the UK in that we are not really testing, which is absolutely maddening, because when you look at countries who are testing, they're also keeping control over the virus. They're not suffering the numbers of deaths that other countries are. So you look at South Korea being the most famous. Germany as well. Reportedly very successfully handling this. And what are they doing? They're testing a lot of people. So in the absence of this, there's an app being developed to try and get people to sort of self-report things. How are you feeling? That sort of thing. So I'll put, it's the COVID-19 symptom tracker. If you actually just search in Google Play, I found COVID symptom tracker, even though that's what it's called, it doesn't come up. So I'll put a link down below. Use that link, because I don't know whether it was just me. I could, any combination of parts of the name of the app I put in, it came up with something. In fact, the one thing I kept getting was one for Northern Ireland, and there may be ones for other countries as well. So if you're outside the UK, there may be an equivalent for yours there as well. And it's just allowing some data to get through to help doctors be able to see where the hotspots are in the country, when we don't otherwise know this until people become too seriously ill because, well, we're not testing. Finally, support for the vulnerable. Now, this isn't a volunteer thing. This is just a way of helping out. It's a government link, and it's for those who are vulnerable and will have difficulty getting hold of groceries and medicines. And it's just basically to let the government know who these people are so that they can get support to them. And obviously, if you are in that category, then you should absolutely use this link to sign up if you haven't already. But also, you can use it to refer someone else. So let's say you know someone who is elderly or vulnerable in some other way, and maybe they don't have internet access or something like that, or for whatever other reason, you're not able to get them to do the referral themselves. You can do it on their behalf as well. So this may be of interest to a good many people as well. So I'll put those links in the description below. It's just a little taste of what we can do, what many of us can do if we've got the time to do so to help out, or even if not, as I say, the last couple are just filling something in. The app as well. The idea with it is you report back in each day, saying how well you are. So I've put in today's. So tomorrow I would click on the report symptoms thing, and then you're just basically saying each day, yeah, I feel fine, or no, I'm not actually feeling quite right, or whatever. All of this thing, I don't know, obviously something like this, to get real benefit, you need lots of people using it. So use it, encourage others to use it. Usual thing I will say though, usual disclaimer, this is an app developed by someone, so be a little bit cautious potentially when providing detailed personal information. I will just say that as always, because it's not a government sponsored app at all. But I hope you found that interesting anyway. If you'd like to support the channel further, then please click the Patreon link for details, and until next time, I'll see you later.